What's up, everybody? I'm back. I've been found, Naya. Thank God I've been found. Europe was wow. As some of you know, I started off in London just as a connecting flight to go up to Berlin, and then the whole terrorist supposed plot happened, and we ended up getting stuck in London, which I'm very thankful for because London was a total cosmopolitan, fast-paced, really cool city to go to. Uh, it's like the structure of the old world fused with a modern world. It's very neat. The people were a clusterfuck from all around the world. It was just very neat to be in that culture. If you've never been out of the United States, it's so amazing to truly go to an older culture that has been around for more than just 200 years like the United States has, and really see what a culture is really all about throughout the test of history. It's just I can't describe the feeling. I mean, I was like a little kid when I was initially on the shuttle to go to the other plane. I was just like looking around. Oh my God! Wow, wow! And then of course I got to go into the city and I got to see Big Ben. Big Ben and I are like this, man. And actually, Big Ben is not the clock tower. Big Ben is actually the bell that makes the ding dong inside the clock tower. Just a little bit of information if you didn't know it. Did the Eye of London, saw the entire city. It was a really nice time, but at the same time we were at the mercy of the airline, waiting to go to Berlin, and it kept getting delayed. So we couldn't completely kick back and let ourselves go. But needless to say, we finally got on a plane 4 days later and went up to Berlin. Our Berlin trip was cut short because of everything. And Berlin is definitely an intriguing, interesting city because I think of the history of Berlin. It gave the entire feeling a dark sense, a dark vibe, a dark feeling. I could just feel the repression inside the city, but in the same effect, there's so much history to get involved in, and that as well has a lot of modern style architect there. Actually has the world's largest train center, which is about 5 levels above ground, then 2 levels below ground. I mean, you walk in there, and it's like Galleria times 20. It was really, really neat. But we ended up going out to clubs there, and it just was like an underground, really dirty feeling. And I like a little dirty from time to time, but this was, I don't know, it was dirty. But nonetheless, again, interesting. And then we went to Barcelona. Oh, where to begin with Barcelona? The culture, the buildings, the people, the food, the beaches, taking trains. I mean, just everything. The churches, the palaces. It's just wow. I mean, coming back to the United States and going to a place that beautiful, it's just like saddens you. You're like, why the fuck do I live here? Oh yeah, I was born here. I have no choice. But it's just that it's such a laid-back lifestyle. Every night we didn't eat until about 11 p.m. for dinner. We'd take our time, have some sangria, eat tapas for the most part, which I love tapas. Tapas is one of my favorites. And all the time, you'd stay there a couple hours just enjoying yourself, having conversation. And a lot of the restaurants afterwards would buy you these Spanish shots of whiskey. And I think they did it for tourists because the whiskey is so damn strong. I'd take a little and I'd be like, and I'd get the goosebumps all over my arms. And they just sit there laughing. They'd be like, "Señor, you need another, uno más, uno más." And so of course, you gotta be nice and you gotta do it. And I remember one night I got so drunk from dinner, I wanted to go walking on the beach. Well, then we're walking down the beach, and I'm like, I'm gonna get in the water. So I go right into the water, and I take off my shoes, and I go in, and I'm like splashing. I'm like, I'm in Barcelona, and I'm in the water, and I'm so excited, just excited drug. And David was like over in a distance, didn't come near the water. And in the meantime, the next thing you know, I'm getting flashed with lights. And it's police officers. And my Spanish is limited. So they're like, Senor, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh? Senor, da 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 da. So I like come out of the water and they're like trying to escort me away from the shore. And I'm like, no, 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 my shoes, my pelos. And then they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they still take me back. And I'm like, David, like, they don't understand me, and my shoes are over there by the ocean. So he goes, walks, and talks to the security guards, or cops, whatever they want, rent-a-cops. Yeah. And he tells them that, my shoes are over there, and the guy's just like, you make sure your friend doesn't drink anymore. He drinks too much. So that was fun. We ended up going to Sitges, which train ride's about 40 minutes, and it's just, as soon as you get off the train, it's nothing but this small Spanish village, and no cars can go through. It's nothing but pedestrian walking, and it's shops and restaurants, and it's just completely Spanish style. And I was in so much heaven there. It was just totally neat. I felt like I had fallen back into time and been a part of a certain culture, and it was just great. And Sitges is a very big gay destination in Spain, and it was just very fun, very live, very gay friendly, and we really enjoyed ourselves there, as well as a couple of the churches that we went to. I think Sagrada Familia, I want to say, is one of them, as well as another one that was over 2,000 meters high, and that, this is going to sound cheesy, but I ended up kind of crying because this church was so high up that it viewed the entire city, and you've got these mountains right here, and then you've got like the ocean line and this whole Spanish city, and it's colder, and it was just breathtaking. It's just like, wow, you're among one of God's many beautiful creations. It was really wow. Oh, of course, I forgot that I saw Madonna in London. Sure did. It was really good. I really liked it. It was entertaining. It was fun. I don't know, I guess maybe I'm a little critical when it comes to her, just expecting high expectations. I thought it was really good, and I did enjoy myself, but some of it was very political, I thought, which is not necessarily a bad thing. She's using her means to try to make people think, and that's always Madonna. So there's nothing wrong with that, but there were some things that I really liked. Of course, I really liked Sorry. I loved her opening numbers. I didn't see the ending because we had taken a taxi, and it was like a 40-minute taxi ride in London, which is very expensive, and plus we knew that it was just going to be chaotic to get out of there. But that was really neat. And I feel like I'm leaving some stuff out. There's just so much to talk about, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful city. And if you've never been to Spain, especially if you're gay, fucking go to Barcelona or Sitges. It's just, wow. We only went out once in Barcelona. We were supposed to go to Madrid, but because of everything that happened prior, we just felt like we kept pushing our time. So we canceled going to Madrid, and we actually ended up talking to the airline and flying out of Spain, so we didn't have to deal with London, Heathrow, or anything like that. And still, though, security to get out of there and back into the United States is just, wow. The process that they're having people go through is very, very hard. But in the same sense, I guess, you can get frustrated, or you can be thankful that they're taking such precautions to ensure that, something bad doesn't happen. And that's the way that I looked at it. I had to go through 2 interviews before I even got on the airline, and even after I had been through security, there was an additional security right there at the gate that you had to go through also, and then also coming in through customs when you got home, and passport check. There was 2 of them. There was people that as soon as you got off the plane, because we flew into Miami, people right there checking your passports, and it was just so strict. But it's different times, and you just got to accept it. But Europe is just such an incredible